How's it? This is Short Round Gear Review. Today we're going to be talking about the Arrowhead Equipment Triangle Thingies paired with the Arrowhead Equipment Jarbidge 3/4 length underquilt. Let's go take a look. All right, this is the Arrowhead Equipment Jarbidge 3/4 length underquilt. As you can see, it's just a regular rectangle. Now, originally when this comes shipped to you, there is a shock cord that's tied into this grow gain loop, and that shock cord continues and goes through this line lock, so that only gives you one point of adjustment, and this is for your suspension end. This of course is to cinch up how you want the quilt to snug up around your hammock. Okay, but what ends up happening is a lot of times when you start tensioning a 3/4 length underquilt, sometimes it starts slipping from underneath, especially when you're dealing with the ASIM zip using the tie outs. So I purchased the Arrowhead Equipment Triangle Thingies to see what it can do as far as remedying that slippage from the shoulder and the foot area. So let's go up top and take a look. All right, y'all, this is a close-up of the Arrowhead Equipment Triangle Thingy. You'll see it has a mitten hook at the peak, and at the left and right end it has two line locks with some shock cord. At the end of the shock cord there are two lightweight carabiners. Now usually Paul sells these with like a ripstop nylon in the center, and I was looking at my ridgeline and I thought, man, why don't I just get it made with no-seam bug mesh so you could see through it and kind of blend in with the netting of the Hennessy Expedition, and it did just that. See, all the tension is going to be taken up on these grow gain bands versus the center material. All right, so the mitten hook, that attaches into your continuous loop or your am still or the end of your hammock, whatever suspension you choose. Carabiner end clips into the grow gain loop of the Arrowhead Jarbidge. Exact same thing on the other side. And then you got 2 points of adjustment. So you can adjust the tension to be loose on one side and tighter on the other. And that's what makes this superior than the original suspension that comes with the Arrowhead Jarbidge. Because the Arrowhead Jarbidge has two grow gain loops, and it has just 1 point of adjustment. This way I could cinch up the shoulder side closer to me and then this a little bit loose, or vice versa. So that's a close-up of the triangle thingy from Arrowhead. And again, I requested the bug mesh versus the nylon center, and these are sold in pairs. All right, here just as a demonstration, I have the triangle thingy attached to the end suspension of the Hennessy hammock. Simply wraps over top of the ridge line. Then here's your line lock, and then here's your carabiner. Then I'm going to grab the Jarbidge, which has a grow gain loop, and simply attach it into the biner. All right, so now that that's set, this is what it's going to look like over top of the ridge line connected to your suspension. Be it an am still, be it continuous loop, mitten hook goes right over that. Then, like I said, these are the line locks in which you can adjust your tension, and it'll pull your underquilt loose this way or over this way. Now again, I did that modification where I just took a simple piece of shock cord, looped it through this mitten hook on the tarp tie out, and then I just brought it over to bring that quilt over the shoulder like that. Okay, and this has worked incredible. What's up, everybody? Had a good night's sleep. I got to tell you, everything worked out as planned. The Arrowhead equipment triangle thingies in concert with the Arrowhead equipment Jarbidge worked excellent. Paired together, worked great together, especially on the Hennessy ASIM. It didn't kick underneath me. It didn't slide from underneath me. It stayed in place. Now again, I used that modification where I used shock cord to pull out the shoulder end and the foot end just to prevent any slippage, and the quilt stayed in place the entire night. No cold spots with the quilt. It performed great. It didn't get that cold last night. It was maybe in the low 40s, but nevertheless kept warm the entire night. It's my first time using a 3/4 length quilt, so that was kind of new to me, but I have a Jaxer Better down hood that I use, and I use the foot pad also from Arrowhead gear inside the top quilt. It wasn't cold at all. Great stuff from Arrowhead gear and Paul. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching Short Round Gear Reviews.